Hello and welcome to Simplified Communication and Collaboration. My name is Robert Happy and I work with an organization called the Project Management Practice Inc. and we specialize in custom project management solutions. In this tip, we're going to take a look at using enhanced copy and paste to help set up projects quickly and easily and moving project information to and from project and other Office programs and applications. We'll also take a look at the save and send functions area to create PDF files or synchronize data with SharePoint and collaborate with team members and other key stakeholders. Let's say that we were in an email scenario and we've gotten an email from one of our colleagues highlighting a high list of activities for our development project. If I want to, I can start my project plan from this list simply by highlighting these tasks and clicking on the copy command in that application. And then when I go back to project, all I have to do is simply click on paste, and project will paste that information in and retain the formatting, the hierarchy based on that bulleted list, so I don't have to worry about creating and indenting and outdenting those tasks. So I now have a pretty good overview of my stages, my requirements, design, build, with all the tasks indented underneath them. The other thing is that if you want to grab these tasks and just simply highlight a few cells and rows, you can do the same thing by copying these tasks. And maybe I want to include them in a presentation, so when I go back to my PowerPoint application, for example, I can just create a slide called Project Overview and just simply hit paste, and project will paste that in. But the nice thing about that is it retains the formatting, and I can start to adjust, say, the font size. Maybe I want to highlight a row and make that red. Maybe I want to actually change an individual cell and make this 10 days. So you retain the formatting. You can notice that it even brought in the column headings, but I can also start to modify the individual content and take advantage of all the features that PowerPoint has to offer, and therefore taking advantage of the rich and enhanced copy and paste that comes along with Project 2010, which really makes it incredibly easy to communicate more effectively. I've even taken and used that copy and paste function, put it into an email, and sent a list of tasks off to different team members to provide updates, get it back into that exact same email because they can update the table right in the email. So it becomes a very valuable and useful tool. The other area that I wanted to go over was under the File tab. When I go to Save and Send, you can see that I have some options here to collaborate. For example, if I want to send off the project plan in a PDF format, I can do that directly in Project by clicking on Create PDF and clicking on Create PDF, and I can just save it as a PDF file. Here I'll save it as Project 1 PDF, and you'll notice that the file shows up, and I can simply attach that in an email and send that off to various stakeholders. If I go back to the File tab, under Save and Send, you notice that I can click on Sync with Task Lists, and this works with SharePoint Foundation 2010 or SharePoint Server 2010, and I can simply link it to an existing server site for the SharePoint site, and then select or type in a new task list name or select an existing task list name, and then once you hit Sync, it'll show up in SharePoint, and I can also receive updates back in from SharePoint to Project. Now, this SharePoint synchronization only works with Project Professional and not Project Standard, so you need to make that investment if you want to take advantage of that. I can also click on Save Project as a file, and I can easily save it as an Excel workbook or an XML format, and I can even save it as a template from here as well. Or I can simply send as an attachment from here, which makes it easy to collaborate and share project information in a very quick and easy to use fashion in Project 2010. And when you're done with the Backstage, simply click on one of the other tabs and you get back to your project plan. So really, those are some of the key things that I wanted to point out today with regards to what we wanted to cover, including looking over the rich copy and paste features for content. And again, it's nice thing about that is it retains the key formatting features such as the outline levels and column headings. And with a touch of a button, you can easily create a PDF or sync your data with SharePoint Foundation or SharePoint Server 2010. So that takes us to the end of this tip. Just a reminder that I do work with an organization called the Project Management Practice Inc., and we specialize in consulting and training around custom project management solutions, including PM training, project management systems, PMO setup, and PMO support. So feel free to contact us anytime, and if you have any questions about Project 2010, feel free to email me. I hope you've enjoyed this tip.